Hello, welcome to Let's Bell Boxing. Today we're joined by regular Sean. How you going, Sean?
Yeah, all good, thanks, mate. Yourself?
Yeah. Breaking news. Another left field appointment by Matchroom that we didn't see coming. I think it's a bit tit for tat, if I'm honest with you, with the Conor Ben and Dana White's stuff going up. But Eddie swears not. So, Tom Aspinall, UFC heavyweight champion, is signed with Matchroom. I think this is a shrewd move for Eddie Hearn because one thing he does know is he knows about promoting a sportsman, be it in whatever genre. Previously worked in golf, knows how to get sponsorship, and also he can kind of show the UFC fighters what a shite job Dana White is doing in terms of promotion activity, right? I know Thomas will have a different manager, but I think Eddie Hearn will be a very good fit. What says you, Sean?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I have to be honest. I'm not the biggest UFC fan. I watch it quite casually, to be honest. But yeah, it's a great coup, isn't it? I mean, as you say, on the outside looking in, looks a bit tit for tat with them obviously getting Conor Ben and Eddie Hearn. Probably, I mean, I don't know. Would you say Tom Aspinall's the biggest UFC star at present? Probably.
Maybe in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely a good result for them, and it's going to be interesting because by all accounts they're not paid great, are they, in the UFC? So it'd be interesting to see how the dynamic and the negotiation goes between Eddie and presumably it's Dana White that does all that for them as well.
I mean, it's interesting because in terms of stock, Tom Aspinall's stock's quite low at the minute because I understand people think he quit his last fight when in fact he was getting his eyes gouged out by all accounts again. I didn't see it. So Eddie Hearn's got a rebuilding job. But one thing that Eddie Hearn can do is rebuild a fighter. Look what he done with Conor Ben, with the mud that has been thrown at him, and all of a sudden he's a housewife's darling. So I think, again, very shrewd move. Interesting to see what happens when he starts entering negotiations with Dana White. Does this mean he won't get onto the White House show that's coming up soon? Which is very interesting. So, and also, Sean, they're not ruling out Tom coming over into boxing, which is very interesting, right? I mean, you have to come over for a payday, don't you? And Ngannou comes to mind. He's talking about signing Ngannou as well, Eddie Hearn is. So maybe he starts. Is it beyond the realm for him to start some mixed martial arts platform to compete with UFC? Maybe a bit far-fetched because there's PFL, but yeah, he's not lying down at the end, is he?
No, and I think it was probably to be expected something like this. Really, be interesting to see how it all pans out. As you said there, Carl. I think probably what we'll see at some point. I mean, I think I'm right in saying Aspinall's got 2 UFC fights left on his contract, I think. And by all accounts, it's virtually impossible to get out of those contracts once you're locked in. So I think we'll see him take those fights. Then, I mean, from what I understand, wasn't he a boxer in the first place anyway before he started MMA?
I believe so, but they all are, aren't they, Sean?
Yeah.
Because UFC hasn't been around that long, they all proclaim to have had a fight career before going to UFC, don't they?
Yeah, I think it is a bit more interesting with Aspinall because wasn't Peter Fury training him at one point, or he was involved with him?
Yeah, and he's a lump, isn't
he? Yeah, so I'm not for 1 minute saying he'll transition to boxing and become a world champion, but I certainly think there are some big fights for him in boxing if that's how it all does develop. I think it's a 2-year contract he's got with Matchroom, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it all pans out.
One thing I would suggest is that in 24 months' time, he's much more known than he is known now on both the front page and the back page of newspapers.
Yeah, the other thing I didn't realise, I know age isn't such a barrier with the heavyweights in whatever sport, but he's 32, 33. So, I mean, I contradict what I just said there, but age in a way isn't on his side, so they do have to move quite fast with him.
Quite interesting, though, because obviously UFC is broadcasted on TNT in the UK. So how much is Tom Aspinall going to appear on DAZN, which is Eddie's platform?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's a management contract, I mean, I I didn't see much of Tom Aspinall on DAZN socials. I don't know how much they covered it. I presume it's completely different entities, much like darts is still on Sky Sports. So it'd be interesting to see how it works out, as you say.
Yeah, very interesting. So we fast forward 12 months, and let's play the last pound in your pocket game before we go. Has Tom Aspinall had a fight in boxing this time next year?
I don't think he would have, just purely because how long the breaks they tend to be in the UFC are between their fights. So
Brutal.
yeah, maybe in let's say by the time his contract finishes with Matchroom, I think he would have done, but not in the next 12 months.
Yeah. All right, Sean, that's all things Tom Aspinall joining Eddie Hearn. Watch this space because I think it's going to be an interesting ride. This has been Last Ball Boxing. Don't forget to leave your comments below. Proudly sponsored by Sean Building Service and SC Travel. We will see you on the next video. Thank you very much, Sean. Adios.